If you're like me, you're a big fan of the which one doesn't belong idea that's been making its way through the math Twitter blogosphere. It's a great collection of conversation starters for a class with a startlingly simple premise. The concept of which one doesn't belong started with Professor Christopher Danielson's ebook. And then Mary Barassa took the idea and created the WODB.ca website for sharing and accessing each other's four-frame images. I love browsing the site, but I wondered at some point if I could get all of the images in one place on my computer. I certainly could sit and click download image for each one, but I'm a big fan of using programming to manage repetitive tasks whenever possible. Putting together a program that does this is reasonably simple. I'd like to share how you might do this yourself. The first thing you need to do is download Python, which is a free programming language. Go to www.python.org/downloads and download the Python 3 version. Install Python and then open up the idle application. Once this is installed, go to www.github.com/emwdx/WODB. Click on the download zip link to download the files you'll need onto your computer. In the uncompressed files, you'll find a file that's called wodb.py. This is a Python file that contains the instructions for downloading the images. Open this file in the idle application. Before we continue though, let's take a look at the website and see how this program works. Every web page is made up of HTML code. This consists of a series of pairs of tags that structure the page and contain the information that shows up. If we inspect the HTML code, we can find the tags that contain the images that we're looking for. We can notice that they all have in common the code class equals displayed. And then next to these is a URL, a web address where the image is located. These addresses all have the same pattern, a web address followed by a file name for the image. If we could somehow find all of the tags on a page that have class equals displayed and then grab the URL for each one, we could download each of these files from the page. And in the end, we'd end up with all of the images from the page that we're looking for. If we look at the file we opened using idle, we can see this is exactly what the program does. This Python program uses a library called Beautiful Soup, which allows the tags of a web page to be searched in exactly this way. First, the program imports some libraries needed to run. The BS4 in the code refers to the Beautiful Soup library. Next, we can create a list in which we store all of the addresses of the image files we want. The next two lines actually request the web page from the address. This is similar to typing in an address at the top of a web browser. This text is stored in a Beautiful Soup object that can be searched, and then all of the HTML tags with a displayed class are stored in a list. For each of these tags, we store the image URL in the list we created in the third line of the program. When we're done, we have a list of all of the images on the page. The program then goes one by one through the list and downloads the image into a folder inside the WODB project directory. If we look in this directory, we can now see that we've acquired all of the images from the Shapes page of the WODB website. It wouldn't be too difficult to download the images from the other pages, but I'll leave that as a puzzle for you to figure out on your own. If you need a hint, feel free to contact me through my website or through Twitter. Here's that information. Thanks for watching, and happy coding.